So let's just jump into it. My top 10 reasons why it might be a good idea to buy a unit at Paradisiac Beach Club. Now this could be a great investment. I mean, real estate is on the rise and property values are increasing significantly over the last decade. Historically, real estate has been a good investment and there is no reason to believe that this would be an exception. Not necessarily that it is the best for Airbnb, but it's also not a bad investment. I mean, it has the potential for some good gains and it's definitely more likely to ride out the inflation than a savings account at the bank. Ultra exclusive. Now, this appears to be a high-end exclusive community. I mean, if you like rubbing shoulders and being associated with some of the more fortunate folks on the island, then this is definitely the place to be. I mean, with some units costing over 300 million Jamaican dollars, you are very likely to have a few neighbors that are US millionaires. And who knows, birds of a feather flock together. So even if you aren't, maybe you will eventually become one. It's always good to have a few millionaire friends as neighbors. My advice though, don't try to keep up with these Joneses. This is a premium residential location. This area is one of the more sought after residential areas in St. Anne. Not necessarily for what it is, but for what it has the potential to be. I mean, the topography is relatively level, stretches for miles, making it ideal for many more large-scale developments like this one. It is very fast growing and you can definitely foresee many more developments like this in the medium to long-term future. As the residential aspect grows, the commercial aspect will undoubtedly follow suit. So as crazy as it seems, you could actually be on the leading edge of a wave of development. What also makes this area ideal is that it is generally low in crime. The contemporary designs. Now, the design of this unit is one of the most contemporary architecture among Jamaican development. I must have said this 1,000 times in my video about the units themselves. They had the Ruby concept in the previous development in Pyramid Point. If you have not seen that video as yet, then you know where to look. Manuka has been quietly making strides in establishing themselves as a developer that delivers on modern looking architecture. Visually, the units will definitely be something you will be proud to own. They are very nice. The variety of units they offer. Now, still on the topic of design, but not architecture nor the beauty, but the variety. There is a unit for every liking. They cater to every need. So if you want just a simple one-bedroom flat, then you can get that in the Sapphire one-bedroom. If you feel a little bit fancy and you want to go for a luxury 2 or 3 bedroom, then they have the Emerald for that. If you're not into apartments and you want to have a little bit more space, then you can go for the Onyx, which is a duplex. Or if you want to be entirely alone, then you can go for a Diamond. But if the Diamond is too expensive, still not a problem. You can go for the Ruby, which is also a standalone unit, and you have plenty of space to plant your daffodils or your tulips or whatever it is that you like. So there's a unit for everybody. So there are actually 7 different types of units, which includes 2 types of Sapphires, 2 types of Emerald, the Onyx, the Ruby, and the Diamond. So next up, the beaches. Now, in my opinion, the beaches add so much value to these units that it deserves its own video entirely. So I've done exactly that. There's just too much to talk about here. So just click the link in the top right hand corner for a video about the beaches themselves, or in the descriptions below. And remember that if you want to see all my videos about this development, then you can hop on over to my channel page, click playlist, then select Paradisiac Beach Club. And while you're at it, it's better to just subscribe to the channel, as we will be posting Paradisiac's latest update information as soon as it becomes available. So there are plans afoot to have a private jetty on one of the beaches, and I think it's a very thoughtful feature. A lot of persons in these units, you maybe included, maybe can and will be buying a boat or some other kind of watercraft. And the thing about those kind of things is that the storage becomes an issue. I know there's a marina in Ocho Rios and it's just 15 kilometers away, but I'm sure a private jetty on your private beach, in your backyard so to speak, would be very welcome by a lot of persons. Now, I don't know if it will be a full marina or even if they will allow storage, but even so, just to be able to sail home and have a decent jetty nearby is a plus. And we all know that few things on the beachfront say luxury like a well-kept and fully functional marina. Not to mention it's on your own private beach. This will most certainly increase the value of every unit on the property. Now, by the fixtures, I mean the lights, the ceiling fans, the chandeliers, the light receptacles, doors, toilet bowls, and so on. One of the things I like about this developer is that they go a little bit above the standard regarding the fixtures and fittings within their units. They have done a few developments in and around Ocherios, and if those fixtures are anything to go by, then we know that the fixtures will not be as basic as, say, the ones at Richmond Estate. I'm not sure if I would call them premium fixtures, but they are usually different and add a little bit of flair to the units. Now, I'm not saying that I absolutely love all of them, nor am I saying that you will either. After all, new things will come with new problems. I'm just saying that it is a nice change of look from the standard fittings that are usually delivered in homes in Jamaica. This development is actually smack in the middle of the two cities in Jamaica, and the road network that connects you to either of the cities is usually top notch. Like literally from your driveway to Kingston, Montego Bay, or even Port Antonio, we'll see you driving on roads that are first world quality. That is, no potholes, very few bumps, clearly marked roadways, proper signage, wide enough roads, and those kind of things. And of course, naturally this leads to less traffic and congestion and so on. There's usually a little bit of traffic in the Prairie region, but I believe it is tolerable. Admittedly, the road to Kingston is a toll road, but the convenience it offers far outweighs the cost. So whether you're going east, west, or south, you will find some pleasure knowing that the roads are better than the typical Jamaican roads. And of course, the absolute best reason to buy a unit in this development is the attractions nearby. There are tourist attractions everywhere. I mean, you will own a property in an area where people take cruises to visit. There's just so much to do. Like in a 30-minute radius, you will find places like Duns River Falls, Mystic Mountain, Dolphin Cove, Blue Hole. You can go rafting, tubing. There are a multitude of beaches, Green Grotto Caves, Choker Cove Adventure. You can go to the Yaman Bird Sanctuary, Porto Seco, Konoko Falls, Shaw Park Botanical Garden, and the list continues. And you know this channel will definitely be covering all of those places and a lot more. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And that's it. That's my top 10 reasons for buying a unit at Paradisiac Beach Club. Let me know in the comments if there are any other reasons that would justify buying a unit in this development, and if you're thinking about getting one as well.